This is how to stop overthinking explained with Minecraft. So let's say that you're in a Minecraft world and it's like the scenario you see on the screen right now. It's about to become dark, the sun is setting, and you have to do something really quick. You have a couple of choices. One, you could find a house. This is the best choice, obviously. This is what most people would want to do. Another choice, you can just hang out in a cave for the night. Not the most optimal choice, there may be some more monsters in there, but at least you'll be more safe than if you just wander around. But let's say that you're so scared and you're so indecisive that you're not able to make either of those choices because you really want to make the best one. And you keep thinking again and again, which choice is best? Which choice is best? Is there another choice that would be even better than these two choices? Can I find some other possibility? And so you keep thinking about this again and again, and before you know it, it becomes night, you get ambushed by a bunch of monsters like you see on the screen now, and you die. This may be a stupid example, but it's actually what many people face every single day. This is overthinking. According to the internet, overthinking is to spend more time thinking about something that is necessarily productive and in a way that is more harmful than helpful. A lot of people struggle with this every single day, including myself. I used to be a very big overthinker, and sometimes I even still am. But I think with some simple techniques, you can kind of avoid this, at least for the most part, so you can make better decisions and just go with something rather than being so indecisive about it. So here are some methods on how to stop it. First is taking action. This is the most obvious one, but for most things in life, just taking action is better than taking no action at all. Even if the option you choose is not the best one, it's better to just choose an option rather than to just not choose any at all. So in the example I gave you before, it would be better to just go into a cave, even though it's not the best option, rather than just standing out in the wild outside and not doing anything. It's much better to do this than that because you don't want to die to a bunch of monsters that ambush you outside. There's a much smaller chance of that happening if you're in a cave and if you seal the door shut and so no monsters can get in. So here's a very helpful way to think about it. I know a lot of people who suffer from overthinking, they're very logical people. They want to make the most analytical choices they can. They want to make the most optimal choices. So here's a way that can explain it with some logic. So you basically have two choices. Either do nothing, and there'll be zero chance of reward and maybe even some potential downside, as I explained in the example before, or your other choice is just to do something. Even if it's not optimal, there's some chance of reward with choice 2. You can see on the screen, you either have the empty bar, if you do nothing, no chance of any reward, or you have a small chance of reward. Even if it's not a huge chance, it's a small chance. And something good might happen if you do it. Not necessarily, but it's better than having zero chance of anything good happening. Here's another very helpful image, procrastination. I think procrastination is very closely linked to overthinking because if you overthink stuff so much, chances are you're never actually going to get any meaningful work done. So you're going to procrastinate, you're not going to get anything accomplished. So it's critical to have more clarity to beat procrastinating. I believe that with more clarity, you can basically reduce your chances of procrastinating in a linear fashion, just like you see on the screen right now. And so this is important. You want to just make a decision, give yourself some clarity as to what you're doing and what you should do, and that will just significantly reduce your chances of procrastinating. But if you don't have any clarity, if you're indecisive still and you're not sure what to do, your chances of procrastinating will still be very high. You won't make the good decision, you'll overthink, and then you'll just be stuck and you won't get anything done in the first place. It's better to get something suboptimal done rather than nothing done at all, at least in most scenarios. Another very helpful method is impact calc. So I'm on the debate team at my college. I know many of the people from the team watch these videos, so if you're watching from the debate team, leave a comment below. But anyways, one important thing that we learned from debate is the importance of weighing different scenarios. So this is another very logical method to think about this. Weigh the different scenarios in your head and which one would be most optimal. You either have scenario 1, where there's a chance you literally will die outside in the wilderness to some random monsters, or you have scenario 2, where you can just hide out in a cave. And sure, it's not the best scenario, but if you're weighing them against each other, it's much better to just hide out in a cave than have a chance of literally dying. If you hide out in the cave, you still could die if there's monsters in the cave, but the chances of that happening are much less, and you significantly reduce that likelihood of that happening. So weigh the two scenarios. This can be used so much in life, weighing different things. I've used it myself a lot to make much more logical decisions than I had been doing before, and can really just give some more clarity and some more logic to it. So if you're a logical person like me and probably many of the people who overthink, this is a very good way to just remove yourself, remove your emotions from the equation, and just think genuinely which would be a better option. In order to help you not overthink with this video, I decided to only include a few short suggestions, as you can see in this video. But if you want to learn more about this whole process and more about procrastinating specifically, I have a full one-on-one program. It's completely free and it's accessible with a link in the description below. Some people have already gotten some really good value out of it, so I'd really highly recommend to get it if you have not yet. It's completely free to book your first call. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. This has been Jimmy, signing off.